In the summer of 1937, one of the most daring and brilliant aviators of the 20th century vanished from the skies. Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, set off on a record-breaking journey to circumnavigate the globe. But on July 2, 1937, while flying over the vast Pacific Ocean, Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan, disappeared without a trace. Their fate remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries. Amelia Earhart's journey was part of a bold attempt to become the first person, man or woman, to fly around the world at the equator. The adventure began on March 17, 1937, when she left Oakland, California, for what was supposed to be a 29,000-mile journey. But after successfully completing several legs of the trip, including stops in South America, Africa, and India, the final stretch remained: the crossing of the Pacific Ocean. On the morning of July 2nd, Earhart and Noonan departed from Lae, New Guinea, bound for Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the Pacific. It was a short flight, less than 2,000 miles, but it would prove to be the most treacherous of their entire journey. Flying a Lockheed Electra 10E, Earhart was accompanied by Fred Noonan, an experienced navigator. The two had flown together for months, relying on their skills to navigate vast distances with limited technology. But this particular leg of the flight was different. The pair was faced with deteriorating weather conditions, fading fuel, and a breakdown in communication. Earhart's last transmission was at 7:42 a.m. local time. She reported that she was running low on fuel and that she was struggling to locate Howland Island. Soon after, radio contact was lost. At that point, the U.S. Coast Guard, which had been monitoring the flight, initiated a massive search operation. Over 100 planes and ships scoured thousands of square miles of ocean for weeks, but there was no sign of Amelia, Fred, or the Electra. Howland Island, just 1.5 miles long, was difficult to find. With no visible landmarks and limited navigational equipment, the pair's chances of pinpointing it were slim. They had been relying on radio signals from a U.S. Coast Guard vessel, the Itasca, which was stationed near the island, but the signals were weak and intermittent. Despite the search efforts, the plane was never found. The U.S. Navy and Coast Guard called off the search after 17 days, and the mystery of Earhart's disappearance only deepened. Over the years, countless theories have emerged to explain what happened to Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan. Some believe that they simply ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean, their plane sinking without a trace. Others argue that Earhart and Noonan may have veered off course, landing somewhere else. One popular theory is that they crash-landed on the remote Nikumaroro Island, part of the Phoenix Islands group. In the 1940s, a search team discovered what appeared to be a woman's bones on the island, though they were never conclusively identified as Earhart's. In recent years, new evidence has surfaced, including photographs and items found on the island, suggesting that Earhart may have lived for some time as a castaway before ultimately perishing. In 2018, a team of researchers using new technology and techniques suggested that the bones found on Nikumaroro Island could belong to Earhart. Despite this, no definitive proof has ever been found to confirm this theory. Another possibility is that Earhart was captured by the Japanese military. At the time of her disappearance, tensions were rising between the United States and Japan. Some speculate that Earhart was forced to land on a Japanese-controlled island, where she was either imprisoned or executed. Despite decades of investigation and numerous theories, the fate of Amelia Earhart remains unresolved. Was she lost at sea? Did she survive as a castaway? Or was she captured? No one can say for sure. What we do know is that Amelia Earhart's disappearance continues to captivate imaginations around the world. Her bravery, determination, and pioneering spirit have made her a symbol of adventure and resilience. And though the mystery of her disappearance remains unsolved, the legacy of Amelia Earhart lives on. Her life and her mysterious end remain an indelible part of aviation history. Amelia Earhart, an aviator who set out to change the world, her story still inspires all who dream of flying.